Of all the countries in Europe, Italy is the most likely to give you that visa. Hear me out. If you're going for a visit visa now, you know that you have to be very careful for the country that you're choosing to apply to within the Schengen region, because not all of them are likely to approve your visas for you. I'm speaking from personal experience and even experience as a travel consultant. From all the visa applications I've done over the past 8 years, personally, I have the bias to say strongly that I favor Italy. Yes, it's a cliche because then you wonder that there are other Schengen regions to insist to say that you can apply to get your visa. But I would strongly advise that you apply to Italy if you're a first-time applicant or if you have a little bit of travel history. Of course, needless to say, I've traveled to Europe. You all know that there's a travel vlog video that highlights that. I'm going to tag that on top of this video so you can immediately refer to it. Go and watch it and see. And in this video particularly, I'm going to be guiding you on how you can apply for your Italian visa. Fill the Italian Schengen Visa form, get your biometrics appointment date scheduled, have your biometrics done, submit your application, wait for just 3 weeks to have your visa issued, and you can travel to Europe. So, as usual, if you enjoy the content that I create, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell. So let's get right onto it. I'll walk you through the step-by-step process that would ensure that you have a high chance of securing your visa. But before we start, please note that you need to have a travel history. You've not traveled to Cameroon, you've not even traveled to Accra, Ghana, countries that are just close to you, and all of a sudden magically you want to go to Europe. Let's not even talk about those who want to cross the Pacific to go to the US or Canada. Story for another day. Let's get right onto the application filling process. So we are live now on TLS Contact website, the partner to Italian Embassy in Nigeria that provides visa application services on behalf of the embassy. What they do in essence is to collect your application and submit to the embassy. The embassy has the final decision to make on your application. So the website, which is it.tlscontact.com, will be provided in my description box just so you can click and find it on your browser. So now we scroll down. As you can clearly see, it says Italian Visa Application Center, your partner for all your visa applications to Italy. So you have to choose the country where you're applying from. When you click on the drop down, you see that the only countries are just these four: Armenia, Belarus, Lebanon, and Nigeria. So we choose Nigeria and then click submit. Now when you click submit, it shows that please choose the country where you have an appointment. That's where you can provide your biometrics at. This is it. So we click on OK. We've selected Nigeria. Then it says clearly, welcome to the Italian Visa Application Center in Nigeria, your partner in Nigeria for all your visa applications to Italy. Then you're going to have to choose the center where you intend to submit your biometrics. Either you pick Abuja or you choose Lagos. So given that I am a resident of Lagos, naturally I would be picking Lagos Victoria Island as the center for my submission. So this disclaimer is usually updated every now and again depending on whatever information they want to pass across. Here it says it's mandatory to provide your biometric data fingerprints for all national visa applications. So important update on you on the visa application fee and application processing times. Visa fee increase starting 11 June for short stay visa would be increased to 90 euros for adult and 45 euros. Just basic information. So welcome to the center for Lagos Victoria Island. Your visa application process. Here are mandatory steps to apply for a Schengen visa. First things first is for you to complete the Schengen visa application form specifically for Italy, and then you submit your application after you've scheduled an appointment. Of course, you have to provide all your supporting documents as clearly stated here, then make the appointment and submit the application. Provide your biometric data at the visa application center, which is the VAC. Then return to the center to collect your passport after a decision has been made, or you pay for Courier Express service to have it delivered to wherever you are in the country. Even if you're in another state, you can pay for courier service to have it delivered for you. So that's the procedure in a very brief breakdown there. Now, how can we help you? They've got premium lounge services, This is their courier fee, and this is the prime time appointments. In case you're looking for appointment that is most convenient for you, you probably will need to pay for that. If you want to use their premium lounge, they always have premium lounge services. You can also pay for that. Those are added services. So the next thing you want to do is start your visa application by selecting the reason for travel. So click on start my application. Now, application information. Please follow these steps in order to apply for a Schengen visa. A Schengen visa allows a maximum stay of 90 days within a period of 180 days in the Schengen country. Italy must be your main travel destination. Of course, this is what it is. If you're applying to France, France will be your main travel destination, even though the Schengen visa allows you to travel to all 26 Schengen countries within the Schengen region. The country that issues your visa should be the main country of travel now, or at least the main country or first point of entry. Now, please select the purpose of your trip to Italy. All documents submitted must include the original and photocopies. In certain cases, they return the original copies that they are not supposed to be in possession of after a decision has been reached. Now, prepare the documents below carefully. Create your account and complete the Schengen application form. Before we click on this, let's quickly go down. It says different types of visa. You need to read the list to know the type you're applying for. Personally, I've applied for sport visas. I've also applied for tourism visa, family visa, and then even business visa. So in this case, our concern is with family and tourism. You're going for tourism, obviously business visits, or if you want to go for business visits, you can click on this, maybe a conference, whatnot. It's the same process. You just need to fill the form to align with what you're applying for. So family and tourism should stay less than 90 days. If you have previous visas from Schengen, UK, USA, or other OECD countries, and you wish to go to Italy for tourism and will stay longer than 90 days, you can apply. Tourist visa as well. So you just click on this tourist visa, and voila, it shows us here the requisite documents for your tourist visa. Now, requisite documents is very good for us to go through this in detail. Consulate General of Italy in Lagos. We'll start from the first block. Application form duly filled in block capital letters. This is noteworthy because you don't start to fill it in small letters, and I advise you fill it electronically so that your lettering is eligible. Don't try to do it with your pen. So get a PDF or Adobe Reader and fill the form electronically. I'm still going to walk you through that process nonetheless. So applicants must sign the visa application form on submission. As after you filled it, you print and then you sign. The visa application form can be downloaded from this website. This is redirecting us back to TLS website. So now, 2 recent color passport photo size photographs with white background measuring 3.5 by 4.5 cm. Then passport valid for at least 3 months beyond the expiry date. You need to have a minimum validity of 3 months on your international passports. So it's not that you have 1 month left and you are applying for the visa. No, it will work. Now, color photocopy of your passport data page, which contains the data information about you on your passport. So you need colored photocopy, and then even one black and white. Now, colored photocopies of any previous and current visas if applicable. If you're in possession of previous visas or you have current valid visas, make sure that you have them in colored copies and made available. Overseas medical insurance with a minimum coverage of 30,000 euros. If you're traveling to the Schengen region, you need a medical insurance that has a total coverage of 30,000 euros. I've done an insurance video and the link will just be tagged up here so you can refer to it to go and see how you can get your insurance. Of course, you could reach out to me to help you to procure the insurance at a service fee. Now, non-Nigerians living in Nigeria will have to submit a copy of their Nigerian residence permit, normal. Documentation relating to your journey, which includes flight reservation and accommodation, so a flight booking or other appropriate documents, hotel booking as well. Original letter of hospitality from a hosting person if someone is hosting you in Italy. Proof of family ties with the host if you have a host you're going to visit family. Now, personal documentation pertaining to applicants' financial means. So you need to be able to provide your salary pay slips for the past 6 months. You need to provide letter of employment stating duration of employment and financial terms. Letter from the applicant's employer stating your professional status of the applicant, which is like an introduction letter from your employer. And in case you are the owner of your company, of course, you're going to introduce your company. You can have your secretary do the introduction letter speaking about your position in the company as the MD or CEO. Then certificate of incorporation of your company as the owner of the company, including your MOA, which is memorandum of article association, memorandum of understanding as well, certificate of business name registration, and then personal bank statement covering the last 6 months, personal income tax clearance certificate, which is PIT. So you need to be able to provide your tax clearance certificate as well. If applicable, additional documentation pertaining to financial investments, regular income generated by property, proof of real estate property, etc. if you do have all of those. Proof of integration into the country, documents attesting the applicant's professional status is well declared. If you are married, proof of relations, you provide marriage certificate. In the case of a child, if you're traveling with your child, you provide your child's birth certificate, a letter from your child's school stating that they are attending classes and they've been given permission to make this trip. Then the parents who is traveling with the child should both sign on the application form, and if you have a parent that is not going with the child, the parent that is not traveling will provide a consent letter saying that, oh, my wife is traveling with our daughter and I've given my consent for them to travel, or my husband is traveling with our son, I've given my consent for them to travel, including your ID. So a national ID card would suffice, or your international passport. Applicants should note the following: the Consulate General of Italy reserves the right to demand for additional documentation. So that's about it for the documentation you need in support of your application. Once you've got all of this in order, the next thing is to go back and then create your account to start with the form filling process, including schedule an appointment for submission. So we're going to click on create an account now to complete your Schengen application form. Okay, so here it says create your TLS account. Registration on this site will allow you to check the status of your application step by step. If you already have an account, you just click on login here. If you do not, so let's create the account quickly. Let's use my dummy email, boladejo2025@gmail.com. It's boladejo2025@gmail.com, and then let's just put some password here. Choose my own. Let me see. Okay, click on create. Oh, let's see. Paint the password with uppercase, lowercase numbers, and special characters. So I need to change that and redo. Okay. Yeah, that's about it. So of course this is just the terms and agreements. You just need to agree to all of these. Yeah, this is a yes. Then do customer survey. No, I don't want your customer survey. Marketing inform communication. I don't want all of these. Don't contact me by phone. No, these are just their marketing, whatever. You can consent to it if you want them to spam your mail, but I do not need that. So I have done that, and now I need to activate my account. A code has been sent to my email, so all I need to do is to go to my inbox and refresh to have the code that was sent. As you can see, it has dropped in my inbox. It says, dear applicant, thank you for registering on TLS website. Your username is this. You can now log into the website with your username and password. Then you activate the account by clicking here, and that's about it. Account has been activated. So since account has now been activated, all I need to do is to click on login, and yeah, that's about it. We are in. Okay, perfect. We are in. Now that we are in here, you can clearly see it's a different setup. It says here create an application, your TLS reference number is this and that, your consular area is Lagos Victoria Island. So now you create your application, validation, deposit your application at this and that. What we're trying to do first and foremost is to download the documents, which is the form that we would be filling. So you scroll up, then come here, visa information, click on the drop down and come down to links and download. and you click on it. Now once you've clicked on it, you can see you can download the visa application forms from the below. So you have forms, short stay visa application, long stay, and whatnot. Our concern is with the short stay, because even if you're a frequent traveler, this is a tourist visa application. Except you're going to relocate to Italy, then you're looking at long stay visa. So I'm interested in short stay, which I have now clicked, and this is it. Then you download to your browser. So you download it from here into your computer so you can fill it, because you can't fill it from here. So you have to click on download here, and that's about it. Then you click on save. So now after downloading and saving, we're now going to go and open the form on our Adobe so we can fill it. After you've downloaded the form and you've opened it on the Adobe Acrobat PDF, you'll see that you can easily fill here. All you need to do is click on the toggle here, add text, and you can start to fill. So let's start here, and first of all type in family name Eziefule. Remember, they said block letters. In case you've forgotten, you don't use small letters on your Schengen visa form. So surname at birth as well is Eziefule. So I'll just move this here so that it aligns. First name and given names, let's just put Ifechukwu, my first name, and then date of birth, let's put it at 30/06/1998. Then do this and character spacing so that it fits in perfectly. Place of birth Lagos. This is a bit huge. So then current nationality Nigerian. Nationality at birth as well is also Nigerian. Other nationalities, no. Country of birth Nigeria. See how easy it is. I think this is probably one of the most, if not the easiest application form ever. So then if you want to tick, you have to come here to select the check mark so that you can tick the boxes that concern you. For sex, it's male. And then civil status, are you single, married, whatnot? In this case we choose single. Then change back to text so that we can tap parental authority. In the case of minors, this is not a minor filling the form, so we skip. National identity number, which is your NIN. In this case we just put this, just choose some random numbers there. Then travel document type, change back to check mark and click on ordinary passports. That's about it. Then go back to the type text, number of travel document, which is your passport number, so B01234567. Let's just assume that this is my passport number. Date of issue, let's say 20 January 2025, valid until, let's see, 19 January 2035. So everything is coming up pretty fine. Issued by Nigeria, that's for my international passport. So you scroll down further. Please, I purposely ignored here because it's none of your business. This is for official use alone, which is for the embassy. So you do not have to type anything there. Now, family surname, you have to, number 17 says personal data of the family member who is in EU. If you're being invited, you have a family in the EU that is inviting you, you can fill here. But in this case, we do not have any. We're applying for a basic tourist visa. We do not know anybody in Europe, so we skip all of this. Normally I would have filled surname, first name, date of birth, nationality, and travel documents of the inviting person if I did have one, but I don't. Now, relationship with the inviting person, for those who do have, you select maybe your spouse, child, grandchild, descendant, retired, registered partnership, and order. Then you explain what the order means. Applicant's home address and email address, so we will just choose number 10 ABC Street, Victoria Island, Lagos. Then put email as ife@gmail.com. Telephone number +234 8012345678. Yeah, that's about it. Residency in a country other than the country of nationality. If this is you, of course you need to fill this, but this is not me, so that's if you're residing. Let's say for example you're residing in Benin Republic and you're residing in Accra, Ghana, and you're applying for the Schengen visa, then you need to fill that there. Current occupation, travel consultant. Current employer, let's put 360 Travel and Tours. Then puts address of 360 info at 360travelandtour.com. That's for the email address, and then you put the phone number as well. Put the phone number 234-813-242-4945. So you can see employer and employer's address, including phone number. For students, you put your school, the name of your institution, Jefta Comprehensive School in Port Harcourt, including the email address, including the phone number as well of your school. This is for students, just like you have wards, your children who are actually students that will be traveling with you. That's the information you need to present here. So scroll down, purpose of journey, we'll click on the check mark and choose tourism. I've applied for tourism, I've applied for business in the past, I've applied for sports. So depending, I've never applied for visits to family because I don't really have any families there that I'm visiting. So if you're applying for study, but this is tourism, strictly tourism, and we have chosen that. So we change back to text and say additional information of purpose of stay. I always like to add this. I intend to travel for my annual holiday trip. I will be traveling to the city of Milan in Italy. C'est fini. Quick, very simple. Member states of destination. Here our member state where we're going to is Italy. Now member state of first entry as well is Italy. Be very, very direct and clear in all what you're saying. So number of entries required: single entry, 2 entries, multiple entry. Now this is a function of your travel history. If you have travel history like myself, I can very easily click on multiple entry, but if you do not, it's your first time traveling, please choose single entry. It makes no sense. You've never been to Europe before and then you're going for 2 entries or multiple entry. You want to go first and then prove to them that you could actually go and come back, and then they could decide to give you multiple entry if they wanted, because that was what happened on my first application. So in this case, for me, I would choose multiple entry, and that's about it. Then change back to type in text. Intended date of arrival of the first intended stay in the Schengen region. For me, we say okay, 3rd October 2025, and intended date of departure from Schengen region is 13th October 2025. So we scroll down. Fingerprints collected previously for the purpose of applying for a Schengen visa. In my case, yes, it's been collected in the past, so I would say yes. Then let's say they also ask for the dates. If I know, it was sometime, my last Schengen visa was last year, so let's just put 10/09/2024. Well, let me put it in the order I've been writing. 10th September 2024. Okay, so sticker number, if you know, I don't know my sticker number, but let's just say it's 434434. So entry permits for the final country destination. For example, you're going from Europe, you also want to go to Canada, you want to go to the US, and you have the valid visa for those countries. You then indicate it here, the country you're going to, that is your final destination after you're done with your trip to Europe. So that's it, but let's assume that your final destination is Europe and is Italy. This is also for surname and first name of inviting person members, if not applicable, the name of your hotel. So I had already booked a hotel for the purpose of this application, so that I show you how you fill it in. In this case, let's quickly go to the hotel that I booked. Now the hotel is Grand Hotel Villa Torretta Milan Sesto, and as you can see, it's booked, checked in for 3rd of October to leave 13th October, which is just a 10-day stay period. And the address of the hotel is also here, including the phone number of the hotel and whatnot, everything you need, including the reservation number. So all I would have had to do is to copy out the name of the hotel and then come to my application and click here and provide that information. So I need to copy properly and click on copy, and okay, so remember that this should be in capital letter, Villa Torretta Milan Sesto. So that's about it. Curio Collection by Hilton. I'm putting all this in caps because they are pretty strict about that, so you want to be careful. Now, address and email of inviting persons or hotel. You go back to your reservation, you can see the contact details, which is the address as well, is provided. So we're going to copy this and then come back here and put this here. So via Milanese 3 Sesto San Giovanni. Okay, so that works. Actually, I've provided the address. Then the next thing is to provide the contact number, which is also given to me here, and I just do it. In some cases, the hotel will provide you with your email, so you can provide the email as well. So in this case, I do not have that, so I've just put the phone number, or I can go and Google the email and find it. Now, address of inviting company. In the case of an organization, you're going for a conference, you're going for an activity. If you have that, you stay. If you don't, you ignore that box and move on. Surname and first name or telephone number and email address of contact person in the organization. In this case, it's still your hotel. So our hotel, you just put the hotel's email address here and phone number. So put the hotel's phone number here. No, this is supposed to be here, and then the email address here if you were able to get it online. So let's just assume that the email address of this hotel is grandhotel@milan.com. That's about it. Here too, I'll put it, but grandhotel@milan.com. So I'll do this. Okay, perfect. Cost of traveling and living during applicant stay is covered by who? Self. So your cost of travel is covered by who? Is covered by you. So you indicate it again here in the check mark and include covered by the applicant himself. Means of travel, I've got cash and whatnot. So that's about it. You don't need to select credit card, whatnot. Nope. So change back to text and scroll down. Now, if you're filling your child's form, of course, you'll be the one to write here. Name of person filling this application form, if different from applicant, you have to put your name as the parent and your address and phone number as well. So this is it. We are done. The only thing that remains is to download this form, scroll down to the last page and sign. In this place and date, which is Lagos, then we put it at 10 September. Today is 4th September, so 4th September 2025. Then when you download, you just sign here, and that's it. Let me bring this down further so that it's cleanly placed. Then you sign here. That's it. Now that completes your form. Do I have a hotel reservation done for this? Yes. See my hotel reservation clear here. I already booked it. I'm traveling Lagos to Paris, I'll travel and arrive on the 3rd of October, and then I leave on the 13th of October. So now that we've concluded everything that has to do with the application form and we are done, I would say one of the pluses that I'm going to do is to show you how you can even do your own self-introduction letter, which is a mandatory requirement while applying. You can see that this form is easy. If you've got any question, drop it in the comment section and I would respond to you. Be sure that you're subscribing to my channel before you drop your comments, because if you're not subscribed, I only respond to those who are subscribed. So subscribe first. So let's go to a bonus that I've done for us on this application, which is to do the self-introduction letter. Walk you through the process of a self-introduction letter. Now, in this self-introduction letter, I had first of all placed my own personal address on the right hand side, which is the professional way of writing your letter. Then put the consulate address on the left hand side here, and then of course the subject, it directed to the Air Visa officer, introduction letter for Schengen Visa application, holiday trip to Milan, Italy. I'm writing to formally apply for a Schengen Visa to facilitate my holiday trip to Milan, Italy from October 3rd to October 13th. As a seasoned traveler with a strong history of international travel, including previously issued Schengen Visa and US Visa, I have always complied with visa regulations and returned to Nigeria after my trips. This trip is part of my annual vacation to explore Milan's rich cultural and historical sites, engage in leisure activities, and enjoy the vibrant atmosphere of the city. My travel history within the Schengen region demonstrates my commitment to lawful travel, and I am pleased to present all necessary documents to support my application. Travel itinerary and supporting documents. To demonstrate the credibility of my application, I have attached the following: completed Italian visa application form, round-trip flight reservation as I have shown you guys, which shows Lagos to Milan via Air France business class, departing on the 2nd of October and to arrive on the 3rd, then returning on the 13th of October. Hotel reservation confirmation for my entire stay at Grand Hotel Villa Torretta, Milan. Company introduction letter, bank statement, bank reference letter, pay slips, comprehensive travel insurance coverage, copies of my previous Schengen visa. Given my strong ties to Nigeria, including my stable employment and financial capacity, I have every reason to return after my holiday. I appreciate your time and consideration of my application and look forward to your positive response. Please do not hesitate to contact me if any further information is required. So that's about it for your self-introduction letter. So let's quickly walk back to the process of scheduling your appointments. Okay. Now, to schedule your appointments, we're just gonna have to go back and come here, create an application. Remember, we are logged into the TLS contacts, so you put your surname here, put your first name, select your date of birth here. Let's just choose some random dates here, maybe 20 here, and put 13 September. Nigeria ordinary passport, put A012. Let me use B0123 4567 4567. Document issue dates. I like to always choose very recent dates, so let's do January 15th 2025 and say the passport will expire at 2035. Choose the same January. This time around is going to be January the 14th for expiry date, so it gives 1 year. Mobile number 234-801234-5678. So main destination Italy, date of arrival here at selected October 3rd, and date of departure from the Schengen region would then also be October 13th. So you click on done, and yeah, please select your visa type. So you need to choose your visa type here. Short stay, I wish to go to Italy for and we stay no longer than 90 days. Long stay, you want to stay, of course we've addressed this. So short stay, what are you going for? Short stay, scroll down straight to family visa and tourism. First time traveler, you wish to go to Italy for the first time, or you have one previous visa issued by a Schengen country or UK, USA, you choose that. Or frequent traveler, you have at least 2 visas issued by a Schengen country, UK, USA, or other OECD countries, click on it. So you can confirm this, and now we've selected that. You can see frequent traveler has come up here for me. However, if you're a first time traveler, there's this point for you to choose first time traveler. So all I need to do is click on done and go straight to scheduling my appointment. I'm avoiding clicking on done so that it doesn't register my information, because the problem with this website is it registers your information and you cannot delete it. So except they do that themselves, and I don't want to have to do put my personal name here until whenever it is I want to renew my visa. So that's about it with scheduling your appointment. Once you're clicking on done, you then choose the dates that you want from the earliest date, and you have your appointment letter sent to your email, and you can even download it from here and log in to track your application after your submission. So that brings an end to the application process. Don't forget that if you intend to book your flight reservation, that I can always have that done for you at a cost of currently 20,000 naira. Reach out to me on Instagram or reach out to 360 Traveler and Tours, and they would book your flight reservation for your visa application. Likewise, if you want to book your hotel, there's a cost associated with that. You can reach out to 360 Traveler and Tours on Instagram, or reach out to me as well. And if you want to do your insurance, you can also do that yourself or reach out to us. If you enjoyed the video that we do and I create, don't forget to like this video, share with someone that needs to watch the video, drop a comment in the comment section, and of course like and subscribe. Thank you for watching until this point.